Good morning. This is Father Binu Edathumparambil, a priest of the Missionaries of St. Francis de Sales, also known as Francilians. I'm here first of all to greet all of you with greetings of love and peace of this Easter season. I feel extremely humbled and greatly privileged to be part of this virtual novena for the feast of Saint Joseph the Worker. As we reflect on this incredible man, Saint Joseph, I would like to share with you a couple of points to reflect on. First, Saint Joseph comes across to us as a man who saw the hand of God working in his life, even in the darkest moments of his life. When we look at the story of Joseph, there are several things that happened in his life that really interrupted his life. As a young man, we could assume that he had his own dreams and plans for his life. But then his plans were interrupted by God's plan when he was asked to take Mary home, although she was found with child. But it did not end there. The interruptions in his life continued. Joseph had to leave his familiar place, Nazareth, to go to Bethlehem because of the order of Caesar. And then in Bethlehem, of course, again, he couldn't settle down. He had to leave Bethlehem and go to Egypt because of Herod, because the child's life was in danger. And in Egypt again, his life was not settled. He had to travel back to Nazareth. So we see all these interruptions, many interruptions in Joseph's life. But one thing that we find in all of this is Joseph comes across to us as a man who saw the hand of God working in all these twists and turns of his life. And he continues to remain close to the Lord. He does not give up. He does not go back. He continues to give his best to the Lord, and he remains close to the Lord. We experience interruptions in our life, many interruptions. And right now, all of us are experiencing a very big interruption. This disease, COVID-19, has interrupted our lives. It has interrupted the functioning of the world. The whole world has come to a standstill. A few months ago, we were all doing what we were doing and what we wanted to do. But then, from nowhere, or all of a sudden, this disease strikes us and our life is interrupted. And when such interruptions happen, how do we react? Maybe some of us react with anxiety. Maybe some of us are scared. Maybe some of us are upset, frustrated, or angry. And maybe we could think Joseph was also surprised and anxious and worried. Maybe he was scared. But the question is, can we continue to see the hand of God working in our life, even in these dark moments of our life, as Joseph did? Can we continue to remain close to the Lord and give our best to Him, even when things are not going the way we like? The second thing about Joseph that we could learn is, this is a very quiet man. We don't hear much about Joseph, but we don't hear even one word from Joseph. In fact, the evangelists are speaking for him. Joseph does not say even one word. But in his silence, Joseph speaks volumes. Without speaking even a word, Joseph goes about doing his work. We consider Joseph as a carpenter from the scriptural passage that we have, the stories that we hear. But being a carpenter is not the only thing that he did. He was a family man. He was the caretaker, the foster father, caretaker for Jesus. He took care of Mary and Jesus. But in all of these, Joseph goes about doing all this without making much noise. He doesn't look at what others are doing. He doesn't worry about what others are thinking. He doesn't compare his life with others or his vocation with other people's vocation. He simply does the best he could in his given vocation. How about us? We all are given certain vocations in our life, certain responsibilities in our life. Maybe some of us make a lot of noise about what we do. Can we learn from Joseph to give our best, to continue to do the best we can in our given responsibilities? We don't need to compare with others. We don't need to look at what others are doing. Our patron, the patron of my congregation, Saint Francis de Sales, has a beautiful saying to that effect. He says, "Be who you are and be that well." We don't need to be anybody else. We don't need to worry about what others are doing. We just need to be who we are, and we need to be that well. That is what Joseph did. Let us pray for that grace. So as we celebrate the feast of Joseph, let us pray that like him, we see the hand of God working in our life, even in the most difficult situations of our life. And let us pray that we continue to give our best in the given life situations, in the state of life that is given to us, in the responsibilities that are entrusted to us. I wish all of you God's blessings. May this peace and joy of the Easter season continue to reign in your hearts and in your families. Happy Feast of Saint Joseph. God bless you.